Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean, and I'm here with my Super Bowl picks. My internet is out, so I can't pull up the TV, but I wanted to get in my picks and tell you who I think is going to win the Super Bowl and why. I'll tell you real quick. I'm outside. I doing my garden, and I'm growing some plants, and I kind of be getting all the leaves and stuff out of here. This tree over here is there's no leaves on it right now. They're all on my string here. Been doing that all day, and Instacarting too. So my picks are the Eagles, and this is why I think they're going to win. The Eagles, even in rigged and scripted football times, and this is completely scripted. This Super Bowl, it's 100% scripted, and this is why. The Super Bowl is being played on Abraham Lincoln's birthday, right? The Eagles play at Lincoln Financial, right? Hurst, when he played at Alabama, had a coach named Lincoln Riley, and their connections with, the Eagles winning right now, Biden being at one of the games and stuff like that, and everybody pumping up the Kansas City Chiefs as a dynasty, and they're not a dynasty. They're a fake dynasty. They're only going to win one championship. They already got their championship. And they're going to end up like the 2000s Detroit Pistons, where they only have one championship with a fucking awesome team. Because Andy Reid, in my opinion, I've been saying this for years, he is not a good coach. He'll get you to the playoffs, but when he gets in the playoffs, he's exposed badly. He's always had bad defenses. He inherited a good defense because when back in the day, Buddy Ryan set up a system for the Eagles defense. And it was a version of a 46, and they've been running that similar defense ever since, and they're successful. But every team he goes to, it's all offense. It's just, spectacular. Patrick Mahomes throwing these big plays. Even in rigged and scripted football times, you can't. You got to have some kind of a defense. And even if they were to play for real, the Eagles would just smash them. They wouldn't be able to stop the run, and they have receivers that this won't be. They can't cover. So, and this is another factor you have to take into consideration when you're betting on Super Bowl games, is who's reffing, like who's the refs and what they do. And unfortunately, if you're a Chiefs fan, you're going to have a long day because they have a ref that's been in the league for a long time. I think it's Ed Hackleby or somebody like that. I forget his name, but he hates the Chiefs. He's penalized the Chiefs more than any ref that's in the league today. So he's going to be the head ref, and he's going to call you guys for false starts and all kinds of shit like that, and you guys are going to get crushed. I'm telling you, I think the Eagles will win 35-7. It's going to be that bad. It's a humiliation bowl. That's what I call it. They're going to be humiliating Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. And don't forget, a couple years ago, when he was in that Super Bowl, his son ended up having an accident, and I think he did a DUI and killed a little girl. So there's a lot of shit behind that. But the most important thing you have to understand is, meanwhile, while the Super Bowl is going on, no one's asking about Hamlin anymore. They're like, oh, well, forget about it, because I think the man is seriously sick. There's no interviews with him. There's none of that shit, and it's all distraction. But I watch other channels, and my friend Truth's channel, Simply the Truth, he's a good dude. I watch a lot of stuff, and him and I agree on this stuff. And the Detroit Pistons thing, I can't believe he thought of that too, because I was thinking of dynasties, because they kept saying dynasties, and I'm thinking, well, fuck, maybe I can go in. And there's hockey teams like that too. They were just really good. They get into playoffs and they never get past. The Blues were like that in the 90s. And in the 80s, I'm sorry. They had Al McGinnis and Brett Hall, and they couldn't do shit. They get into playoffs and they lose. But Al McGinnis was getting up there in years. He was around so long. He was the last guy, I think, to not wear a helmet. Everybody was wearing helmets, and he wasn't still. So this is the kind of stuff they do. It's evil. Even this LeBron James game, everybody's talking about, it's all matched up with the number 38 and all that stuff. Well, unfortunately, that's true. These are they're devils. If you can't see that there's so much evil going on in the world right now and things going on, you're just blind. I mean, they're coming out openly and doing satanic rituals on television now, and everybody's cool with that. To let you know how bad this has gotten, when I was growing up in the 80s, they wouldn't even dare put something like that on TV. Okay, they wouldn't dare do it. People would be like, they stopped watching television. They were like, it would be a problem. Believe me. You should not be cool with evil. You can't negotiate with evil. You can't petition evil. All you can do is, crush it and get rid of it. And if it comes for you, you have to destroy it. You can't negotiate with that stuff. And when you got to take these people out of our country, that we're a Christian country, we're based on Christian principles. I'm sorry that you don't feel that way, but if you want to go to hell and burn for eternity, because that's what they want you. That's the main goal. They want you to suffer for eternity. And the people that watch my channel know I'm a truth teller, and I'm telling you the truth. And I know a lot of stuff that I've seen in my lifetime that makes me believe that Jesus was real, and he's alive, and he's coming back, and we don't know when. But look, just enjoy your life, but don't get into this. These people are, this sports and stuff, it's all satanic now. They're fucking doing rituals to line up. And if you really want to get into a rabbit hole, folks, go look up Ziggy Stardust album with David Bowie, and you can see the comparisons of Kanye West. He is born around that time. I mean, it's so scary, the shit that album has in common with him. It's not even funny. And it even has West on the front of the cover. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that we just didn't realize because of symbolisms. And Joseph Campbell talks about this. He is a well-known archaeologist and also a psychiatrist and philosopher and all kinds of stuff. He's like the modern, like how Jordan Peterson is. That dude was smarter than Jordan Peterson. Okay, and he said everything is in symbols. The whole life, everything you see in front of you flashes, you just don't catch it. But you have a subconscious mind that is primitive, that knows these things. That's why you feel bad about what you're seeing, or you get an eerie feeling about something. These are instinctive things that you're born. Everybody has that as human, and they're trying to get that human part out of you so you don't question anything. But it's built in. It's a fight and flight type of thing. Symbolisms, and the Gematria people, they're onto something, but it's much bigger. You can't even begin to fathom how evil these people are. They do everything the Bible says to do backwards. Everything they do is backwards. So, and if the Bible wasn't so important, if it wasn't so relevant, then why are these Luciferians? They know more about the Bible than most Christians, and they do everything backwards. Everything they do is to mock God and us, because we're in the image of God. So, this Eagles Super Bowl, wait, I'm going to tell you right now, there is going to be satanic shit like you've never seen in your lifetime. It's just going to get worse and worse. And it even says that in the Bible at the end times. What I mean by end times, so you don't know like the whole world's going to destroy. I'm saying there'll be a new cleansing. You may be living on earth, but it'll be peaceful. And then when Christ, there's purgatory where people are waiting for being judged, and living too. There's a lot of stuff in the Bible that these people are trying to mock. And you just have to read a little bit of the Bible every day. Do your best. I suggest starting with the Old New Testament. I would start first with Genesis and read how the creation of God, how the world was created, and then go into to New Testament and King James for Bible. I have 4 or 5 different Bibles, but I read the King James Bible. I was raised Roman Catholic, and my grandmother was Jewish, so I know a little bit about some things, but I'm not, have a master in a concept of how the Jewish religion works. But my mom raised me Roman Catholic, so I know how that works. And there's some evil stuff going on there. That's not how that church was set up to be. It was set up to help people. It was set up by Paul the Apostle, and Peter the Apostle, and then he set it up for charity, and that's what God was telling him to do. And obviously, it's gotten worse because of the popes and the bargains they make with the devil. And they do make bargains. They do. They're scared. They're cowards like that. They're afraid. God will never let you down. I'll just say this one thing. I'm just out here having a cigarette. There's the part in the Bible where Jesus is, the devil is trying to tempt Jesus, and there's a part in the Bible, and what the devil was doing, and God saw this, and this is why God intervened. What the devil was doing is he was arguing with Jesus to make him weaker. So he's like, I'm going to offer this, and Jesus is saying, I don't need this. You're going to bow down to God at the end. All this stuff, they're rebutting back and forth. The reason I'm not going to get into the technical part of it, because there's different variations of how people say the Bible, and with different ways they written it. So I'm not going to sit here and quote scripture that that may come conflict with what you're saying, but I want you to understand the principle of what's going on. Jesus was getting weaker from arguing with him because he was already fasting, and God had seen enough and intervened and said, I rebuked you. And that was it. Because that time when Jesus said that, God was in him. God intervened, personally intervened in that, and he saw that the devil was trying to make Jesus weak. And that's what the devil does to us, are these evil spirits. They may not get it on Monday, but you can never stop trying, and by Saturday you're tired, and then Sunday you have to rest and get your spirituality. That's the concept of it, but you're constantly fighting these evil things. And it's part of nature. It's part of the earth. I don't believe in space and all that. There is a firmament around the earth. Okay, everything they're telling you is bullshit. They don't know how far the sun is. They don't know how far the moon is. They're saying the sun is 93 million miles away. You can literally see the sun with your eyes. They say the moon is 255,000 miles away. You can literally see the moon every day. Okay? Everything they tell you is a lie because they're just guessing. They don't know this. They want to pretend that they can leave. There is no leaving. We're here, and then when you pass on, you go to wherever you're destined to go for the behavior you've done on this planet, or on Earth, not planet, but on Earth. And then you're like, why do like people see stuff on the telescopes? Well, anything that you see is inside the firmament. If it's not inside the firmament, you won't be able to see it because it's not there. You can't see it because we have a firmament that protects us from everything that may be out there. We don't know what's out there because you can't get out of the firmament. And even if you was to leave the top of the Earth, there's a radiation belt around the Earth called the Orion's radiation belt, and it will kill you. You can't withstand. A human being can't withstand the radiation. You'll die. So it's all bullshit. Same with the balloon flying around. That balloon wasn't Chinese, no Chinese balloon. That balloon was a balloon from America. They're doing surveillance on people. That's how they surveil you. Surveillance on you. Think about this. If the Chinese people can put a fucking balloon in the air and fly it from China to America like that, you don't know, they could have put a bomb in there. Why the fuck would they, like no country's going to allow that to happen. You don't know what's in it. Oh, it's just a civilian space or weather balloon and shit like that. You can fly something like that over to motherfucking a Super Bowl and blow the whole place up if that shit was straight and legit. It's not straight and legit. It's from our own government. They blew up the fucking North pipelines, and now they're trying to say they didn't do it. They admitted doing it. Biden said he was going to do it. Just be honest. Say, yeah, we blew the fucking pipe up because these Russians are taking our money, and we're gonna that's not cool. We want the Germans to buy our fucking gas, and this dick is taking our money, so we blew his fucking pipe up. I would be more respect. I would be like, okay, shit, that guy's a motherfucking gangster. He's just taking people's fucking shit from them, doing business on the side here. But no, they're lying, pathological lying scumbags. They can't tell the truth about anything. And that's why they rigged the Super Bowls and all that shit. Folks, I love you guys. I do. I love all you guys. And I don't want nothing to happen to any of you. It just takes a second of a wrong decision, especially betting and stuff. I disagree with betting, but I'm just telling you, I think the Eagles not only going to win, they're going to fucking smoke them. Like, I don't see Kelsey get no touch. They're going to get one touchdown. There's a ritual of shame. And I've seen it happen with the Buffalo Bills. I've seen it happen. I mean, the Bills were a phenomenal team in the 90s. They came back from 30 points or 32 points, Frank Reich did, against the Houston Oilers, which had Warren Moon and all Webster Slaughter and all kinds of badass players. Ernest Givens. They had a badass team. Even in rigged and scripted football times. So, I want to tell you, I found this guy that I watch now, and I'm in the stock market. I've been doing this for a little while. I'm in there a little bit of everything. I showed you how I sell some coins on the internet and some sports cards and stuff like that. People put sets together from that stuff. So you're not going to stop people from collecting things. So I only charge, if somebody's charging $3, I'll charge like $2 in shipping. Like 50 cents. but the other people are charged $3 and like $4 shipping, you know. So somebody just needs a card for their set, I'll just give it to them. Anyway, this dude, I met two good people in doing stock times, and Marantz Rants. He's he's funny and he's truthful, and I like him. He does good business. And then Oliver's Papa, he does good business too. His son has autism, and I don't want to, you know, I don't want sympathy, you know, like people be sympathy, but he's funny and he's straight about the stocks, and he tells good business, and he's just a regular guy like me, and like you guys and ladies out there, just regular people, good people. And that's why I say that. Because the other channel I was telling you about, like National Sports Entertainment, he was on there telling somebody about, like, saying crazy shit about me on Discord. And someone told me about it, and I heard what he was saying, and I'm like, well, that's not cool. I helped you out. And, you know, but these people are different people. They're not trying to sell nothing or get anything out of anything. And I don't have nothing against John over Sports Entertainment. He just... I don't know why he needs to go after Pat Truthnor and Jake the Asshole. Those are the guys causing problems with you, dude. I was nothing but a friend to you, but that's all right. And he's taking the Chiefs. He's making a big mistake. I'm telling you, it's a sucker bet, and it is easy to take Patrick Mahomes. The guy's good, but anyway, those two channels, I go over there and check them out. And then I seen this grifter. I said, "Holy fuck, a grifter, a proper grifter, like connected grifter." So I'm like, who the fuck is still buying AMC stock? This is trash stock. And this other fucking ape shit. This is a Ponzi scheme. I figured this out like about fucking almost 6 months ago. I had a nice little chunk in there, but I didn't pay too much for it. Now, some of these folks pay some serious money for these stocks, and they got a lot of money. So I sold all that shit. I did buy me some GameStop, and I like this little stock called Hexo, and it's under $2. But it's got a lot of potential, and I like it. You know, and I'm not telling you what to do. You do whatever. I'm not financial. I'm just saying things I do as a regular person. And there's other little stocks I like. And then I was looking at this guy, Teddy Zane, and this man can play the guitar. Just like our friend here on here, Stephen Landry. Stephen Landry, he's on here. He's a good guitar player. And this dude, Teddy Zane, is badass too. And he tells little stocks things that he does in Discord, and sometimes it comes out, and sometimes it don't. But I like him. He's down to earth fella, and he does gym times and does guitar times at Walmart. He'd take a Walmart guitar and string that bitch up and play that son of a bitch like you wouldn't believe. So that's the kind of stuff I enjoy. People, regular people, and I enjoy the comments that you guys make and stuff, because I'd like to meet you in person sometime, do fishing times. Everybody seems really nice. And I enjoy, you know, having conversations with people and learning new things. But, you know, this betting, you have to watch. I don't want you to lose your money. You know, you work hard for your money, and it's tricky, this shit. Like, I just came across a few things myself, and then I was like, I better go check out my man, Simply the Truth over here, because he does that gematria stuff, and he's good at it. And I was like, I think there's a lot of gematria in here, especially after I seen that LeBron James shit. So then he was saying the same thing. I was like, I was like, oh man, can you believe these people? They're the stadium, the birthday, and I knew this birthday in the stadium, and I was thinking of Detroit Pistons too, because I was thinking of dynasties and the Blues, like I said before. And I'm like, dude, this is a fucking sucker bet, because everybody's gonna pick the Chiefs. The dynasty, and that's why Pat, that fucking grifter McAfee's out there trying to push the FanDuel. But I'll tell you what, on FanDuel, they won't let you put a bet that Patrick Mahomes is going to throw an interception, because he pulled it up on his screen, my man Simply the Truth, and he couldn't get to find the bet on that. But Patrick Mahomes is going to throw an interception. It's going to happen. Yep. That'd be a good proxy bet, or what do you call them, parlays? That'd be a good parlay. I think he's gonna, you know, throw an interception. And also 35-7, I think the score. I would bet $1 on that if I was betting, but I don't believe in it. I'm not gonna tell you, I don't bet on these games. I'd rather buy silver. I just got a beautiful coin today on a bid for $70, man. 2022 beautiful silver eagle that's signed by Tomlin, and one of the engravers, you know, and it's encased, it's already graded and shit, and it's beautiful, man, beautiful, in perfect condition. So I've been buying those things. I enjoy collecting coins, and you know, silver is good to collect. and especially stuff that's gem mint and has 90% silver and stuff. And I was telling you, you can go to the banks, but don't be a dick about it. Just go in there and grab a couple rolls of quarters, and then don't bring the quarters back to the same bank that you do business with. Bring it to a different bank, because then they're going to catch on and they're not going to give you nothing. And, so you got to be careful with that. But you'll find silver in there. You can make yourself some money. But I'm going to leave and tell you, oh man, we got a big storm coming here. This is Florida for you. Just got done raining. Got back from Publix, got a sub. And as I was saying before, I'm going to leave it here by telling you the Eagles are going to win. Don't, I'm 99.9% sure that's going to happen. And I'm telling you, it's going to be ugly. If you're an Eagles fan, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I mean, you think about when Biden was in Philadelphia, that I went to that place where he's at, the Armory. They had a beer festival there when I was about 40 years old. I took my little cousins. They were just turned 21 and 22. They have a year apart from each other. And I bought tickets, and you got to taste all the different beers around Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Kentucky, all of it, everywhere. And it was nice. And, man, I had a fun time. We were laughing. And I was standing by tanks and shit like that. It was pretty cool. And all kinds of things in there. I have a picture of one of the pictures I have on my YouTube is me standing there with a little beer. It was a little baby beer can. That was my cousin's. When I first walked in there, I went over to the Heineken guy. I said, yo, man, can I get one of them mugs? He's like, yeah. And so I got like 3 mugs, and they're free. And I gave the guy like $10. Those are really nice mugs. And my cousins and everybody, by that time, they ran out of cups and shit, like proper cups. So they were handing them little baby cups out. And I was like, I'm drinking to have a proper mug. They're like, where'd you get that at? And I'm like, I walked over there to that fella. You don't have no more, but... And then my cousins, I gave them one a piece, and they're like, oh, that's awesome, cuz. So we had a good time. It's a beautiful place, Philadelphia, to get food and stuff, but you got to watch. Don't go to West Philly. It's bad over there. South Philly ain't too much better, but you'll get murdered in West Philly. In a blink of an eye, it'll happen. It's a dangerous part of Philadelphia. So if you go to Philly, stay, where all the attractions are, and go to like South Philly where the food and stuff is at and all that. You can get good buys on 33rd Street. They have a market down there. Seen Rocky running down the market. They have markets all over the place. And where K&A is right now, apparently it turned into a fucking heroin zone or whatever those people are on. It's fucking sad. But they used to call that Fish Town. And K&A, when I was growing up in Philly, apparently that's where people jack cars and take them to go get them stripped down and shit. It's bad times over there. Yeah, they'll jack your car too. But I live in Florida. I spent most of my life down here. I just, that's why I know about these city shit. And I know what your guys are going through if you live in the city. And I totally understand. And that's why I don't want nothing to happen to you guys. And nor do I want to lose your money on betting time. So I'm going to go inside with Ashley, and eat me a sub. I haven't eaten anything all day. I just had one of them power drinks. And, the little drinks that you make with fucking bananas and almond milk. And I have a little blender, a bullet. So I had one of those this morning. I took my gabapentin, and I have to take nerve damage pills. So took that this morning. And then I have to take another one tonight so I can get sleep. Because I get bad cramps in my legs really bad for the last 5 years. I have cramps and I have problems sleeping. So I'll get me a little sandwich. And then have me that medicine and see if that helps out a little bit for me to get some sleeps. Because I won't be up around 5 in the morning tomorrow to help Ashley do these instant cards, because they're getting a little bit of money. And if you need extra money, that might be something to look into, folks. The instant card pays good. We're making $100 a day on it. All you do is you drive into the store. Drive to the store. You got an app. It tells you what to buy. You shop for these people. You pick the things up. I can see the card. And then, because Ashley's got a card that they gave her, and then you scan the card and pay for the groceries and keep the receipt, and you get paid that day. Like, it goes right into your bank and stuff, because it's all straight and legit. All you do is drop it off at where it goes. You got a GPS on your phone, and you go drop it off. And then if they're, most of the time they just tell you to leave it outside. And then being in Florida, there's older people, because this one old timer last night got fucking... Dude, he got 7 cases of Coca-Cola, and them sons of bitches were from fucking BJ's. So they had the extra shit in there. talking about busting my fucking balls, man. I had to carry 2 of them bitches at a time because I don't want to sit there and mess with it. And I'm walking up a fucking hill like one of them Chinese movies where they're practicing kung fu. I was telling everybody, honey, I'm gonna go inside and eat with you. No, I'll be right in right now, honey. My wife's telling me to eat. I gotta go. But anyway, we've been doing good business on Instacart, so it might be something to look into, folks, if you're in different states to get extra money. Everything's gonna look, help out with the price of everything going up. You need a little extra money. Maybe you do a couple of those things, get 20, 30 bucks in your pocket, get yourself some eggs and some fucking milk or whatever, and Anyway, the Eagles gonna win big, and you guys take care, and I'll get my internet sorted out, and hopefully in the next couple of days I'll be able to do a proper video. But I just didn't want you guys to think I forgot about you. I've just been very busy with stuff and learning how to do different jobs that are modern with technology, because I'm 51 years old and just been doing chef work most of my life. So I'm learning, and the young fellas and ladies out there probably could do that Instacart pretty good at different states and make a little money in your pocket. So that's why I tell you that. And I'm not affiliated with any of that shit either, so I don't want you to think I'm making money on it. I don't. So anyway, guys.
And then we get money too.
Oh yeah, Ashley said she can refer people. You can refer people when you get hooked up with that, and then they'll give you money for doing that. So I don't know how that works, but I ain't saying it for that.
We'll get a bonus.
Oh, both of you will get a bonus. You will get a bonus for signing that person up, and the person that signs up gets a bonus too. So I don't know how that works, and I'm not trying to do that on my channel. I was showing you. Holy Mary, Mother of God! I almost saw an accident, dude. They want to learn how to drive over there. Boy, what the hell going on here on Richard Scripted Driving there, boy? What the hell? Yeah, they're crazy people out here. So anyway, yeah, I'm not trying to promote, I'm not trying to make no money. I just know that I've seen people on these channels, and they're saying they're struggling, so that you can get out there and do a little business and make yourself some money. And apparently, if you sign other people up, you'll get money too. But I was just telling you, it might be something different in your state, so you go check into it. But everybody have a good day, and my plants are growing. I'm happy. I got all my little plants. That is actually an avocado plant that I grew from an avocado seed that I got. And then I'll just show you this real quick. And then there's my daffodils that I'm growing. And then these are tomatoes. And then I gotta go because my wife is gonna kill me. Tomatoes, tomato.
The ones in the egg carton?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I got a lemon tree that I got over here. I got a lemon tree, the little fella. Can't really see him. Yeah, I got that from my lemons I eat every night. Lemons are good for you. All right, love you guys. Talk to you later.